just with a general overview and thoughts on Pineapple Vintage Intense. Now, as a disclaimer, this was sent to me via Damien Stammers, which I thank you for, and I'm just going to give my impartial thoughts upon it. I noticed that a lot of people talk online about what's the difference between the Intense to the original and the Noir. Now, I've only got a sample of the original, obviously got the Intense and the Noir. Now, in short, I find that the original is, I guess, bright, sparkling pineapple, very limited smoke. Noir is obviously very smoky, still with that bright pineapple, but it's just toned down slightly. Now, I think with Intense, where that comes across, is it bridges the gap between the two. I find that the pineapple is just, it's toned down just slightly. It's not sparkly, but it's still there. It's still more prominent than the Noir. And I find that in relation to the Noir, that the smoke that's been taken down. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle. Also get some kind of minerally, kind of woody aspect to it as well. Of the three, it's difficult because I do like all of them. Initially, obviously, I went for the Noir because I like the smoky aspect. Then, when I got the sample of the original, I really enjoyed that. I love the freshness, especially with the warmer weather coming. But the Intense, I guess of the three, this is the one I'd probably go with, just because it's like in the middle. It gets the best facets of all and combines them in one. Now, with the comparison factor in terms of aesthetics, you can see just ever so slightly there's a slight change in the fronts of those, just ever so slightly. The banding has been raised. Also, what you'll notice, you may not pick this up, is the spray has changed. I do like the Noir. I do think it's a good sprayer. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, and this one, it has that kind of delayed time with it. So, it's difficult. They're both very good sprays, but I suppose personal preference, I would give the nod to the Intense. Still the same with the bottom. When I got my Noir, I was a little bit worried as I didn't have the label on the bottom, so I didn't know what it was going to be. Still pretty certain it's Noir. However, with this one now, you get the little label on the bottom there that indicates what that is. Now, as you can see, I've tested this. I've used it a lot. So many wearings, tried it in so many places at work where, you know, I've been in a busy pub. I also work at a racetrack, horse racetrack. I've taken it there. When I've worked at colleges, I've taken it there as well. It's definitely the highest complimented fragrance that I've got. It's so weird when I've got a Ventus, and I don't recall, apart from my girlfriend, ever giving me a compliment from Ventus. However, Noir, when I first had that, I walked into work and had two guys instantly ask me what it was I was wearing and what the name of it was. The Intense, it seems it's universally loved through the people that I've asked, aside from two. It's difficult because I couldn't understand what it is you don't like. I can understand you saying, yeah, it's meh, it's, you know, it's overused. Everyone's, you know, you've got the RMF Club New Intense, you've got the Lamani, you've got the Al Haramain Adventure. You know, you have these substitutes for this, so like I say, I can understand someone saying, oh, that's a bit, you know, a bit old hat. But you couldn't dislike it. That's in my personal opinion, anyway. And this is coming from people that didn't like it. Is a lover of Sauvage, so controversial fragrance there in the community. Now, the strange thing is with this, I get very anosmic to it very, very quickly. So while I think that, you know, it's gone, it's not performing, it is performing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in this that creates that kind of that feeling or loss of sense of smell, but I know it performs. I believe that women could wear this as well. I think that now everything's becoming almost gender neutral with a lot of fragrances these days. People tend to go for what they like as opposed to what the marketing puts towards them. This one is, I mean, I've got a compilation of 2 videos that I'm going to show you that is ladies' opinions on this fragrance. Now, I've not sprayed this prior to those videos, and I've not asked in any way, shape or form for them to give me positive remarks or negative remarks. I've asked them just to give me their initial impressions and their feelings about it, which I will be showing shortly. So in summary, I think it's a very good fragrance. I really do. I'm glad I have it. I'm grateful that I was given it. I find it very appealing. It's still within that genre, that Aventus type scent. You know, you smelt one, you smelt many. Out of the 3, I'd say, as I said before, I'd recommend this one. Performance, from what I can gauge, and so I get a nose to it very quickly. People have smelt it 7, 8, 9 hours. People have come up to me and said to me, "What is that you're wearing?" So I know it's positively well received. Projection, again, it's difficult with this. It's hard to say, because when you think it's not there, it is. I know that the scent trail is good. You know, it could be one of those where it's more so that works with your body chemistry, and you know, if you're a generally warmer person like I am, it might heat the fragrance up and so on and so forth. You get a breeze coming through and it carries it, you know, onwards. But I do recommend it, and it's, as I say, this is totally impartial. In all fairness, all 3 of these, they're all winners, without a doubt. I'd say that this is the least performing. This, to me, I thought was the best. However, it would appear that this one seems to outperform it in terms of compliments when people have made remarks on it. So, yeah, I mean, you can go onto the website to order it. I believe that's the only place that I'm aware of that you can get the intense version direct. Failing that, it'd be keep an eye on eBay and see how you get on. Again, that's it. Now, just I'd like you just to stay on and just watch the ladies' reactions and make your own mind up on what you think it may be about the scent. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we've got some more volunteers here to try this out. So I've just confirmed for the camera, you haven't smelled this yet, have you? Not sprayed it, nothing like that. They're going to give us more honest opinion on it. So we'll give you 1 each. Won't smell it straight away, just give it a chance. Okay, so if you could just tell the camera what you think about it. So, would you like to smell this on someone, or is it not really?
No, that's really. Yeah, I wish I had a boyfriend to smell that.
You like it? You see, you like that?
It really messes like, you know, staying around.
So you think it's really masculine, anything else you get out of it?
It reminds me like
That's exactly, that's the feature part of it, it's the main part, it's the point of it. Yeah, it seems to last for me. Creed Aventus. That's what he's trying to do, he's trying to base it on that, create his own thing and make it more accessible.